When it comes to the economic state of the world, many people believe that countries such as the United States, China, and Russia have the most power. However, that isn't entirely true. There are other entities that contribute greatly to the world's finances, one of which is the World Economic Forum. And behind this world-moving organization is one powerful man, Klaus Schwab. Now the founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab is a force to reckon with. But he was once a young man with nothing but a big ambition. This is the story of how Klaus Schwab became one of the most influential people on the planet. We at Business Chronicles tell the stories of extraordinarily successful people. Please subscribe to our channel to help us in making more videos. Klaus Schwab is of German descent and was born on March 30, 1938 in Ravensburg, South Germany, to Erika Epprecht and Eugene Wilhelm Schwab. Compared to the mundane lives most people have growing up, Klaus had a more complex upbringing as his parents relocated from Switzerland to Germany during the Third Reich, a time of Nazi rulership, for his father to assume the role of director at Escher Wyss AG, a manufacturing company and contractor for the Nazi regime. Klaus Schwab is still considered a German citizen even though he has 3 Swiss grandparents and 2 Swiss brothers. And while the family was in Germany, they were under the watchful eyes of the Gestapo, the official secret police of Nazi Germany. The surveillance was so strict that his mother ended up being interrogated in 1944 for using a Swiss accent in public. Klaus Schwab had access to the very best education at the time, receiving his first and second grade education at the primary school in Wädenswil district of Aal, Switzerland. With the end of the Second World War, the Schwab family relocated back to Germany, where Klaus was enrolled at the Spon Gymnasium in Ravensburg until his Abitur, basically his high school graduation, in 1957. Klaus followed his father's footsteps, and 4 years later, he graduated with a doctorate in mechanical engineering from the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Zurich. He also received a doctorate in economics from the University of Freiburg and a Master of Public Administration degree from the John F. Kennedy School of Government at Harvard University. Klaus Schwab was highly educated and highly decorated, so it makes sense that he would have a prosperous career. Between 1972 and 2003, he was a professor of business policy at the University of Geneva and has been an honorary professor at the university ever since. Starting from 1979, Klaus has also published the Global Competitiveness Report, a yearly report assessing the potential for increasing economic growth and productivity of countries worldwide. The report was written by a team of economists and is based on a methodology developed by Klaus Schwab, which measured competitiveness in terms of productivity and sustainability criteria. Klaus served on several company boards during his early years, including the Daily Mail Group, the Swatch Group, and Von Tobel Holding. He is also a former member of the steering committee of the Bilderberg Group, an annual private conference initially established to prevent another world war, but now focused on bolstering a consensus around free market Western capitalism and its interests worldwide. Apart from being a renowned professor and a member of several groups and company boards, Klaus also authored and co-authored a number of best-selling books, to a point where many consider him an evangelist for stakeholder capitalism. However, some people don't exactly agree with the things he writes, one of which is his Fourth Industrial Revolution book, which earned several positive and negative comments. Nonetheless, Klaus Schwab remains a renowned writer who has used his write-ups to shed more light on the economic developments of the world and policy recommendations that could make huge changes in the world's finances. The World Economic Forum started out as the European Management Forum when it was created on January 24, 1971, before Klaus worked at the University of Geneva, after which the name was changed in 1987. This organization is aimed at improving the state of the world by engaging business, political, academic, and other leaders of society to shape global, regional, and industry agendas. In February 1971, Klaus invited 450 executives from various Western European firms to the organization's first symposium held in the Davos Congress Center, sponsored by the European Industrial Associations and European Commission, where he planned to introduce European firms to American management practices. The organization ultimately became a non-profit organization based in Geneva, which drew European business leaders to Davos, a mountain resort in the Eastern Alps region of Switzerland, for the annual meetings each January. This meeting brings about 3,000 paying members and selected participants together, including political leaders, business leaders, investors, economists, journalists, and celebrities, for about 5 days to discuss global issues across 500 sessions. The organization also engages its members in sector-specific initiatives, produces a series of reports, and creates a platform for leaders from designated stakeholder groups to team up on multiple projects and initiatives. The World Economic Forum suggests that a self-selected alliance of governments, multinational corporations, and civil society organizations sufficiently manages a globalized world. However, this doesn't sit well with a lot of people who believe that the organization and its founder are just trying to gain control of the world's governments. This has led to many conspiracy theories involving Klaus Schwab and the WEF, and Klaus has also been involved in his fair share of controversies. Over the years, Klaus has been involved in several controversies, one of which was about salary level and lack of financial transparency of the WEF. Klaus stated that excessively high management salaries were no longer socially acceptable. However, the media constantly questioned his annual salary of over $1 million, especially since the WEF didn't pay any federal tax. He was also accused of mixing the finances of the nonprofit WEF and other for-profit business ventures. For example, the WEF awarded a multi-million-dollar contract to US Web in 1998, after which Klaus took a board seat at the same company, reaping valuable stock options. There is another major controversy involving the WEF, where, according to the Transnational Institute, the organization intends to replace a recognized democratic model with one where a self-selected group of stakeholders makes decisions on behalf of the people. The Institute believes the world is progressively entering a phase where gatherings like the WEF's annual meeting are a silent global coup d'etat to capture governance. There is no doubt that Klaus Schwab is a great and very influential man. However, there are many who worry that all this is just a ploy to take over the world. While that might seem like something out of the pages of a movie, one can't deny that this man has enough power to move governments according to his will. We've come to the end of this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.